okay. He says watching out for a stick of dive bombers. That's what it sounds like. Just recorded this one and realised it's 12 minutes long, so I can't be asked to edit it. So it'll take about a week and a half to get it re-encoded and well enough to put up. So let's re-record it here. So let's go and sit by this gate, this big giant trap and rocks where there's nothing to look at. So what the fuck am I going to do? I honestly don't know about the stream. See, I am thinking that I've been doing too much for too long. Fitting anywhere between 12 and 20 different things into one day is not good, right? Not good for your psychology, it's not good for you as a person, and it's certainly not good for me. So after end user, there's a very good chance that I'll just say, right, let's just cut this down at the very least, you know. Let's just pare it down to normal levels for everybody else. I've got nothing to prove anymore. That's the funny thing. I don't need to say to people, look, this is what I can do, because people know what I can do. Well, they know some of the things I can do. I get a bit of respect. There's still some people hate my fucking guts, but if they haven't changed by now, they're never going to. Some people who just do not get me as a person, and that being from the area I'm from, that I do speak plainly. If I don't fucking like something, I'll tell you, you know. I don't wrap it up in a layer of bullshit. I hate management shite. Can't stand accountants or salespeople. They should all be consigned to hell. You know, I'm gonna be outspoken, right? Most of the time I'm not, but sometimes just someone gets on my goat and that's it. You are fuckers. I'll just go on a rant. And you've seen plenty of those over the years. I started getting concerned last night about the way these things come over. I thought, do people think these are sort of like, you know, like sort of set of rules and lists and this is how things should be? It's not. Look, this is how I think today. This is my video blog of what's inside my head today, this morning, this afternoon. Could be completely changed my mind. Take them with a pinch of salt, alright? The men may basically so I can look back at them in years' time, or my sons basically, and see what I was doing, what I was like, what I was doing when important events happened, what was on my mind, how I dealt with it. It's sort of my guide for my son, because if something happens to me, and it can happen to anybody, then at least there's something left behind for him. I don't know whether Kane will actually ever watch these. You'd have to be pretty fucking desperate, let's face it, right? Because there's lots and lots of these bloody videos now. But, you know, you've got to start thinking about the stuff. I'm getting close to one of the big anniversaries of these Waynecasts, but I have no idea what to do yet. I've been asked to do SIGGRAPH. I'm not actually there again. Guess what? Wayne still doesn't go to fucking SIGGRAPH. Record it in my workroom. Everybody else, you know, that's the weird thing. You give loads of information, right? The way SIGGRAPH used to work was, if you were giving a lecture, the only thing that made it worth the while wasn't the money, because it pays shit, right? Was the fact that you got to meet the best in the industry, all the top dudes at the top companies, all the people who are the hirers and firers. When you're doing it at home, you don't get that. To be honest, even if they put it online, I personally think they should fly everybody over, at least for one day. You know, Christ, it is a bit cheeky, you know, but all just know my feelings on it. They know I'm not exactly over the moon with it all being online. That I think it's a bit of a mistake, but you know, I'll probably do it, or at least put this proposal in. I don't know who they'll pick. See, they could have more than one proposal. But it's up to them what they do, really. You know, it's. I also don't want to be, you know, I said before, I don't want to be pushed out just because Wayne served his purpose, keeping the seat warm for everybody else. But neither do I want to come across as somebody who's desperately clinging on to the power-leg Gordon Brown type character. If you're British, you know what I mean. Although, to be honest, see, I'm from a Labour area, right? Everybody votes Labour around here. But I don't trust any politician. Why? Well, Clegg, his father, is a banker. Cameron, well, he's got strong links to the banks, especially as his wife's stepmother is one of the Astor banking clan. Gordon Brown's well known. You see, I wouldn't trust any of these people to close down anything to do with banks or make it uncomfortable for the banks, because they've got to ask their own relatives, right? Don't trust anybody when it comes to that shit. Whoever you vote for, your government always gets in. So that's me putting my anarchist hat on for a minute. The twinkle in my eye at that point should tell you everything. But yeah, I don't know. I could be just hitting the mega down, you know, and just have that for a few days and sit there cabbaging and come out the other side, hopefully better. I think part of this is just due to the fact that I'm getting older. I can't do as much as I used to. You know, there will come a time when I would like to pick the person that I think can take, you know, things, especially in the mudbox world, on the next step from where I leave it off at some point. And I've got a person in mind. They don't know who they are yet, but we'll see. I could suddenly wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, fuck this! I don't need this shit," and that's it. Or I could get back home, wake up in the morning and think, "You know what? Fuck this! I'm not putting up with people taking the side down. I'm not putting up with fucking meatheads who seem to have a problem with me because I don't use ZBrush. You know what? Get a fucking life." You know, I've had people, you know, that are well-known ZBrush users. I've had a fly just flew my fucking ear. That, you know, asked to be on my Skype and on my Facebook, and if you saw the list, you wouldn't believe it. Because you know what? Software doesn't fucking matter. What's up here? Your hands and how you see. That's what matters. The rest is just bullshit. It's just programs, right? That's the bottom line. Right, 4 minutes left. We got a fucking fly at my ear. Fucking hate little midgy things. So yeah, I really do feel like death warmed up today. I can't see a way through the problem at the moment, but again, I know when I'm this bad with depression, you never can. I have a rule never to make big decisions when I'm like this. I won't make a big decision when I'm feeling this down. When the moods are all over the place, then, you know. Now I'm keeping a lid on the moods, because if I didn't, you'd all go, "Whoa, that guy's fucking crazy." Well, you know something? Technically I am. Technically I'm as mad as a hatter. But that doesn't mean you've got to run around dribbling, right? You control your own mind. Yes, you bloody should do. There are no excuses in the world for anything, any sort of behaviour, when you can keep it all in check using this, right? If the brain creates a problem, you can find a solution. That's the way I live. Am I happy at the moment? No, I'm not happy. Nowhere near. But I don't know what it'll take to make me happy. I don't know whether I'll actually be ever happy. You know, whether it's even possible for me to be completely happy with my career, with everything else, with life. To me, life's like a challenge. It's just getting from A to B and doing the best job you can, which is the best you can do, really. I'm grateful for where I'm at, don't get me wrong, but it's not the bed of roses that sometimes the people think, right? That's all I'm going to say. There's a whole lot of stuff that you don't realise until you get that sort of section of life, but in your career. But you know what, I'm going to leave you to discover that yourselves as you rise through, because if I tell you now, you're not going to believe it, right? You won't believe it, and they'll call me a whinging bastard, which today I am, right? Hands up, I admit I'm a whinging bastard. But when you find out yourself, you'll realise what a lot of us realise. You get to a point and you think, fuck this, it's not worth it anymore. And that's the challenge. There's a lot of people drop out at that point, when they've actually technically made it. And they drop out and say, "No, fuck it, it's not worth it, too much stress, too much shit, you can't be arsed with this." That's the problem, really. You know. Now, I'm sort of unlucky in the fact that because I live in this area, and I'm known as, you know, a bit of a whingy bastard, I'll never get as much work as a lot of guys that live in LA or Canada and stuff, because I refuse to move unless it's the best companies in the world, right? Which is not really just a good career. Fucking bees again. But I live life on my terms, not theirs, right? I don't believe in living on your terms, anybody else's terms, mine down the street's terms. I live my life my way, the way I want to, for better or worse. So when I hit a problem like this, I live with it. Right, it's time to go. So thank you for watching this 3-part whingy cast. And if you've made it to the end, you deserve a big medal, right? Because I know that this is not easy to watch somebody whinging fucking head off for 30 minutes. Well, you know, I've got it out of my system, and hopefully I'll feel a bit better tomorrow. If I do, I'll be sure to leave a comment next to the video, right? Bye-y.